welcome back to American Truck Simulator. As you can see here, we have a boat that we're going to be taking from Coeur d'Alene in Idaho to Aberdeen, Washington. So let's go ahead, hop in to the truck after we take a quick look around just so you guys can see what the entire load looks like. But yeah, this is what we're going to be hauling for about 400 miles. Hop into the truck and get on the road here. I do try to get on this stuff as quickly as we can, so there's not a lot of preamble. Before we get too far into the video, I'd like to ask you to help us to reach the next major channel milestone of 10,000 subscribers by clicking that subscribe button. Hit the like button to help the video spread out to other people so that they have a chance to subscribe as well. And then when you're done watching this video, we have more than 1,600 other videos, it's a lot, on the channel that you can watch, all different kinds of games organized into playlists and everything to make it easy for you to find whatever it is that you're looking for. So, yeah, that's my intro. Let's focus on getting on the road here. We do need to make a right turn. Waiting on... can you just... Okay. I guess I was rolling forward too far for him, but that's fine. Oh, maybe I was already out. I didn't realize I was so far out. Oops. That's fine. Go ahead and get over here. Hopefully we can get on the road pretty quickly. This load is going to pay us about $20,000. Which may be enough to get into our next truck. Oh, going a little fast. Which may be enough to get us into our truck, our next truck. The goal for all of this is to try to purchase one of every type of truck in the game and get them in our fleet. Every time we buy a new truck, we take the truck that we're in and hand it off to another driver. So this current truck that we're in, the International LT, will soon be in the hands of somebody else as we build up another truck. Now, so far we have all... This is the third international truck that I've purchased. We started off with the international trucks. So the next truck that we get is going to be a different brand. So we got to figure out what brand that we're going to buy. I think I've settled on it'll just be whatever dealer is the closest to us at the time when we're ready to purchase, and then we'll stay with that dealer. We'll stay with that brand until we finish getting all of their trucks. Just trying to make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Sorry for all the snapping around. Okay. Then I can't tell if that's a left turn coming up or not, but I'm going to go ahead and move over in case it is, because I don't like having to force my way over if I don't have to. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be getting on the freeway here pretty soon, which means that ideally, this should actually be a relatively quick load, even though it's 420 miles, just because of the way distance and time works in this game. Hopefully it's only going to be like 20 minutes to get over there. That'd be pretty sweet. If we can stay on the freeway, when we have a full tank of fuel, and it's the afternoon. I should have probably slept before we did this, but unfortunately, I didn't think about it. So there's going to be a fair bit of night driving in this, which kind of sucks. I'm not a big fan of doing that for videos. It makes it very difficult for you guys to see what's going on, but nothing I can do about it at this point. We have the load, and we have to get it there on time, and it is what it is. So, yeah. Get a little outside view while we're waiting for the light to change. That's what they look like driving down the road. I like having the international orange on my international trucks because I just think that's kind of cool. Wait for the light to change, and then we can go get on the freeway, and ideally there won't be any more stopping. We'll just continue to make progress. Eventually, the light will change at some point. It would be nice if it did. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know, nothing I can do about it. We just gotta wait.
Use the left lane to stay on the
okay, another one we're gonna have to wait for the light.
Take the next left.
I may pause it if it doesn't change immediately. Ideally, a left turn like this should have the sensor on it. Ugh. Alright, I wasn't going to make you guys sit through 2 lights in a row. So, in we go. That bus driver stopped like he was going to let me go, but as we were making the turn, it looked like he was going to keep going, so I got a little nervous there that we were about to hit a school bus. Oh, we don't have to stop at the way station. That's convenient. very nice of you to let me over. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Get our cruise control set. And off we go. I generally don't mind doing about 5 miles an hour over the speed limit on the freeway. That seems pretty reasonable. I'm sure law enforcement doesn't necessarily like that, but realistically, they're not going to stop you for 5 over. So yeah, 400 miles. Ideally, most of it's going to be freeway miles like this. I'm sorry, 5 miles and over. 5 miles over on this is 65, not 70. Oops. Whatever. I'm trying to get all of this done. I don't really have anything specific to talk about today. Normally I try to keep things going and not have too much silence in there, but I don't know. I just finished doing an Elite Dangerous video. That's the thing. Like, Elite Dangerous is my primary series, so I end up trying to put all of my effort into that, and then I get over to the other games that I play, and I don't really have much else to talk about. So I may end up starting to do. I may end up making. How do I say this? I may end up making this series more of shorter videos that are more time-lapse, where I only really talk when there's something interesting happening. I may have to start doing that. The problem with that is that I'm just not a big. I mean, I guess if I'm on, because my general rule of thumb for my videos is I try to do 20 to 30 minute videos, but if I'm going to do a time lapse, I'm not going to record for an hour or an hour and a half just to get 30 minutes worth of footage. And I don't think you guys would want to sit there and watch 20 or 30 minutes worth of time lapsing. So, you know, making these videos to where they're closer to like 10 minutes with, you know, a bunch of time lapse in between the destinations, I guess that's probably fine. And it still makes it to where I only really have to put 30 minutes of time into an episode. That seems pretty reasonable. So, yeah. May end up having to do that. I think, and as a matter of fact, I think we might just go ahead and do that for this episode, because I don't really have anything to talk about. So I'll see you on the other side. we are within 30 miles of our destination, so I feel like that's probably a good point to hop back in here into real-time drive. Oop, I'm looking over at another part of the screen. Real-time driving, because pretty soon we're going to be where we need to do our drop-off, and I'd like to have a little bit of time before that to close out any thoughts that we might have. I don't think we really have anything for this episode. We just need to get where we're going and drop this off, but I don't know. This particular game is a little bit difficult to decide on a format for, because on the one hand, you know, if all it has is a bunch of time-lapse driving in it, then that doesn't really make it different from anybody else, from a lot of other people's videos. But at the same time, if I don't have anything to talk about, it's going to be boring to watch anyway, so I don't know. Especially because yesterday I had a live stream yesterday, and then I had my Elite Dangerous video right before this one. It's just like, I don't know. It can just be kind of hard sometimes to come up with things to talk about. And I also just kind of get to a point where I'm just not, I don't want to talk anymore. I already don't like talking that much. So the fact that I didn't realize the speed had really slowed down. The fact that, you know, I'm doing something that requires me to talk a lot is, you know, kind of counterintuitive. So it wears me out a lot, because I'm not really much of a talker to begin with when I don't have to be. And I kind of have to be for this, so I don't know. We'll do this for a while. Maybe we'll do some time-lapsing for a while. If it catches interest, it catches interest. I'll play until I get bored with the game again, and then if it hasn't caught up with... If by the time I get bored it hasn't caught enough of an audience to watch, then I'll just stop again. Because it has to be, you know, we have to make it worth my time to do this. If it's not getting any attention, and I'm no longer getting any personal enjoyment out of it, then there's really no reason to continue doing it. But it would be... I think he just ran a red light. But it would be nice if this became another series where, like, you know, people consistently watch it. Just got to figure out what the formula is to make that work. Okay, get ourselves up here. It'd be nice if all the lights on this road weren't red, because we're having to stop every time. It kills my momentum, and then we have to struggle to get the weight back, or to get all this heavy weight back up to speed again. And I also can't see, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to do some unrealistic camera stuff here, because I can't see. So we need to make this left turn here, but unfortunately the light is red. And again, just got really unlucky with the lights for this one. We're simulating sticking our head out the window, basically.
Keep right to continue on the current road. Then turn right.
I really hope that train's going, not going across the road we need to drive on.
Take the next right.
It looks like it is, though. We're just getting every possible delay that is capable of happening right now. And I'll be back when the train's done. Well, no, I'm not, because I don't have any really good way of doing that. The problem with doing the time, I have a system set up for doing my videos in real time, so it's great when I'm doing it that way, but then when I go into trying to do like these time-lapsey things, I'm not going to go in and like sift through the video trying to find things. I need to be able to set things up in a way that marks them properly, and there isn't really a good way to do. I haven't developed a system for that yet, because I don't like doing video editing. So it ends up being one of those, like, if I could figure out a way to switch over to doing a time-lapse recording in OBS without having to do any kind of video editing, I would do it, because I don't want to have to open up video editing software or do any of that crap. I hate video editing. I can't stand it. All right.
You have reached your destination.
So let's get this parked. Looks like the flashing's way up over there in the back. All right, cool. So ideally, we can come up here, make a left turn, then back it in. So yeah, if somebody were to come up with a plugin that made it so that it only recorded every every whatever frame to get whatever speed you're trying to get to, that'd be pretty sweet. The only problem with that though is that if you want to do background music, you'd have to figure out a way to make the background music work with that too. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The big thing is I really don't want to do video editing, which is one of the reasons I hesitate to do a time-lapse series kind of thing, because it means I have to go back and, like, after this I have to splice things together and do all that, and I just don't want to. I don't like doing it. But anyways, we're done with this episode for today, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to click the like button to spread the video out to more people. Subscribe to the channel to help us reach that magic 10,000 subscriber mark. Join the channel as a member if you'd like early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Again, thank you very much for watching this episode of American Truck Simulator. Be sure to come back for the next load, and I'll see you then.